What? So it appears as though my Facebook group connection is not working. So I see that I am here live on LinkedIn and on YouTube. And we're going to go live on Instagram as well. Right. Hello, everyone, to the first live for Wednesdays. So we're going to do Wealth Wednesdays, and my name is Leanne Wolf. The whole reason that I decided that I'm going to bring these to you guys is we are moving through a very, very tumultuous time right now. And my sense is that we can really gain a lot of understanding of who we are, why we are here, and the purpose of our being on this cusp of energy right now. The cross of planning that is shifting and moving out as of 2027, and this energy that is coming in with the cross of the sleeping phoenix in 2027 is really teaching us that wealth must start from a place inside. So anybody on LinkedIn and YouTube, if you want to throw in comments or chats or ask me a question, please feel free. It looks like my Facebook group did not connect on here, so I will post it in there. And my background is not what I thought it was going to be. On Instagram, you guys are getting my green screen. And for the rest of you guys, you're getting my dandelion that I did a video about not too long ago. So wealth needs to start within. And that's why I find that human design is such a profound way for us to connect internally. And then from that internal connection, then the wealth, the money, the relationships, the business, the experiences that we're designed to have will flow through us easily when we can become the observer. So if any of you want to lean a little bit deeper into the quantum physics of this, go online and just Google up the observer effect. The observer effect really is the core of what human design teaches us. So inside in the human design system, the magnetic monopole holds us together in this illusion. The design crystal that sits in the ajna center, or the conceptualization, that really is the physicality, the form aspect, the body, the meat suit that you're in. And then the personality crystal actually hovers just over the scalp. And what that hovering really does is it provides us this capacity to just observe. To just observe, that's it. And when we watch the mechanics of our human design navigate on this planet, then we can attract, experience, be with ourselves and our environment in a way where the wealth, the relationships, the health, and the healthy psychology can all be presented to us. So this isn't going to be a really long live today. I just wanted to test out all my platforms and be able to see what's going on. But if you would like to interact with me, I'm in every couple weeks, so every second connection time, throw in your birth data. You can do that today if you would like to. throw in your birth data, and I'll pull up charts and we can play around with that. You can ask me questions. I am a manifesting generator, so I am a right brain, body, right mind being. So I need to have the information pulled out of me. Okay. So whatever kind of questions that you may or may not have today, we can do that. So let's dive deep into the wealth aspect. We see this a lot online, chasing money, chasing money, chasing money. And money is an external application to us, but it really truly is just a currency that can flow through us. And we can attract that money and that energy to us however we need to based off of our design. But here's what really happens is we get conditioned. We create a subconscious belief about that conditioning. That subconscious belief keeps us stuck in patterns that don't serve us. And if you know the human design body graph, lean into the 5 and the 57. The 5 and the 57 are a huge clue on what I'm speaking about. The 5 and the 57 are the foundation of the cell. Every object besides an inanimate object has the 5 and the 57. Habits, rituals. This is built right into every one of our cellular structure. So getting really, really clear on what are your habits? What are the patterns that you can recognize in your life? What goes on with your bank account? What goes on with the relationships that you have? What goes on in your career? Okay. Each one of these give you a clue as to what's happening internally in the habit, the belief, and the pattern. So your homework today is going to be this. If there's a lack of any outside aspect happening in your world, a lack of money, a lack of relationships, a lack of a good career, a lack of a spouse, a lack of whatever, your homework is going to be go deep into recognizing all of the different thoughts and beliefs that you have about each one of those subjects. Because those beliefs are going to give us a really good clue as to what kind of habit has been ingrained in the neural pathway, which is then conditioning the human design and not allowing for the mechanics to connect in a healthy, clean way to money, to people, to things. Okay? And of course, wealth always starts with you on the inside. That's the whole point of this. And that's the whole point of human design, is to lean into the truth of who you are. And some of you, I don't know what your relationship is with human design, if it's a hobby or if it's something you've really studied. But what is defined in your body graph is the truth of who you are. It's your true self. And that's really how you're delivering your energy to other people. Anything that's open, any gate that's open, any line, any channel, any center, anything that's open, those, my friends, are where the gold lies. That's where the wealth is going to be created, because wealth comes to you through experiences. Wealth comes to you through that conditioning. Wealth comes to you through any of the ups and downs in your life. And those ups and downs happen through the openness. And then what you get to do is you get to take those experiences, those conditioning aspects of your world, and you get to then repackage and sell them. So the openness is actually where you make money. People get very confused about this. The definition is how you deliver. The openness is how you make money, how you connect with your relationships, and how you are designed to be conditioned and then repackage and create the wisdom so that you can go out into the world and deliver more of your true self. But of course, that whole aspect of truthfully knowing who you are is important. So on Instagram, let's just pull up Juanita. We'll pull up your chart here and I'll just give you a quick look at your chart just for some fun, because this is what I love. So I see that it is January 25th, 1982. January 25th, 1982. And what I'm going to do is I am going to share. I'm going to share your chart just so you're aware of it, Renita. I'm going to share that through my YouTube channel so that those that are watching on the YouTube and Facebook and then see what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, so I'm going to share it. So, Juanita, do you have a particular question about your design that you would like me to have a conversation about? Juanita, if you're there on Instagram, if there's anything that you want to, anything in particular you would like me to look at. But Juanita, you are a generator. So in the business world, we actually call that a builder. That we call that builder energy. And that builder energy, what you're delivering to your people, how you're delivering it to your people, you're a very nurturing person who has the capacity to really teach people not only about survival, but also about how to use their intuition, how to use their own personal energy. And that's how you're delivering your aspect of who you are. This is a really interesting chart because it's very, very open. And yet being open, you have a vast. So in Juanita's chart, anybody on Instagram, Juanita actually has 7 out of the 9 centers undefined and or open. You have nothing here but massive amounts of opportunity and potential to create wealth in your life, because each one of those centers, each one of those channels that are open create a massive amount of opportunity for you to create wealth, have great experiences, take those bumpy experiences, those challenging experiences, and turn them into a massive amount of wealth. And again, wealth is excellent relationships, money-making capacities, and really a full, fulfilling life. So, and considering I am a generator, so no particular questions, but I find myself in a bit of a burnout. And you will, you're 4-6. Burnout is a part of your design. The 4 is susceptible to burnout. And again, when we look at the human design system, the fundamental is decision making. Now, one of the things that is so interesting to me as I began to research large organizations, CEOs, multimillionaires, billionaires, that was the number one thing that was written in most of the books was, and in their interviews, was decision making. Everybody was in this aspect of decision fatigue. That's what human design teaches us. So the burnout aspect, it's not that you're never going to burn out as a 4-6. That's not what I'm saying. But the strategy and authority, getting yourself to a space where you can recognize the conditioning, not make decisions off the conditioning, and you have the capacity to then lean into the strategy and authority to guide you so that that burnout of that 4 doesn't take over your life. Okay? So that when you are in your network, you can have those experiences and then pull out of your network when needed so that the burnout doesn't take place. Okay, Juanita? Thank you very much for sharing your birth data. That was fun. So anybody on YouTube or on LinkedIn, I believe that I should be able to have chats here with you guys, comments. Okay, so any insights on self-projected projectors? There is, so Natalia on YouTube has asked about self-projected projectors. And self-projected projectors, the importance of that is to really, really hear your languaging. So Natalia, the conditioning aspect for you guys, you're designed, okay, to be able to hear your voice and trust it, but know deeply what are all your open centers, okay? What's all the openness? And be able to recognize the conditioning inside those centers so that when you are speaking the truth of your voice, that it isn't the conditioned patterns that other people have had you believe, that your environment has had you believe, okay? So what are the wealth channels to pay attention to? So there is no quote unquote wealth channels. Wealth is found in all of the openness. Wealth is experienced in all of the openness, okay? So wealth is not only, again, I'm going to repeat this, it's money, it's people, it's careers, it's the things that we're interacting with in our environment. That's what creates our wealth. And then you get to lean into your definition to deliver it. And for those reflectors, what you're going to notice is that the quote unquote definition in your body graph is going to have that 28-day cycle. Really, you're going to have these 13 different moons, which are, the operation of the moon. And through that, as a reflector, you're going to be able to deliver different aspects with different flavoring at different times of the month. So those are the kind of things that you want to lean into as a reflector. Now, as a self-projector, again, do you hear your own voice? Natalia, are you strong in your own voice? Do you trust your own voice? These are all things that you want to really lean into. So in my experiences, speaking with self-projected beings, I hear their tone. I can hear their tone. So when we're in sessions together, I challenge them to questions. And I listen for their tonality. I listen for the fluctuation of their pitch, because that's where your truth lies. What I've seen is self-projected beings raise their voice really, really high when they're trying to force themselves to say yes to an invitation that wasn't correct for them. Okay? When the invitation is correct, their tonality and their pitch stays very stable. Okay, so that's a little hint and tip for your self-projected, for the self-projected beings. So can we talk a little bit about inner vision? So inner vision is really connected to meditation. And this is a question coming from Instagram. Inner vision is the capacity for you to have deeper cognition by closing your eyes. And when you put the food into your mouth, close your eyes. Get the vision of it inside your body. When you're meditating, close your eyes. You want to go into this inner world, this inner vision, so that you can create a space where you can connect deeply with the consciousness field. And the consciousness field is formless. It is a substance that I love. Science says that it's there, but nobody can really prove it. But inside that cognition of inner vision, that's where you're going to have the capacity to form that consciousness field and create the wealth that is deeply inside of you. Okay. All right. So we do have another chart here through Instagram. I will pull it up. Thank you for your patience while I do that. And so we have a 5-1 emotional projector. And let me just... I'm not a very good secretary, so I'm not very speedy with this. And just so you guys know, I don't know if you guys have seen my chart anywhere on my YouTube channel, but I am a 1-3 manifesting generator with sacral authority, and I'm hope, I am cold, I am shores, and I am where am I here? And I am feeling for my cognition. So if you guys, and wanting in my view, so if you guys want to get to know who I am a little deeper, you can definitely check me out on my YouTube channel as well. So if we're to look at this 5-1 emotional projector, and I'm sorry, I'm not sure what your first name is here on Instagram. Do you have any particular questions that you want to ask me on this? And this was ERSINYZC06. Is there anything that you want to ask me about it on Instagram? Let me know. But in order for you to really lean into the strengths of who you are, you want to be able to make sure that the contracts with who you're interacting with are your contracts. You want to be able to live your life through your own particular behavior and your own intuitive behavior as you lead other people in your tribe, and trusting that your mental capacity, this capacity to really recognize patterns and the capacity to take the confusing patterns and formulate answers. Remember that the mind is always for everyone else. Okay, the mind is always for the people that you're interacting with, the people that are inviting you in. Our minds are beautiful, beautiful organisms, as long as you and I are only using it as a conscious connection to source and not listening to the conditioning. And your mental capacity is really going to intrigue other people because you can see their patterns. And inside those patterns, you can help those people. You can help lead those people. You can help lean into your own intuition inside that organization. All right, so we are on 25 minutes today. So here's a little bit of homework for everybody, is get a little deeper into starting to listen to the mental chatter, because the mental chatter gives you a really, really good indication on what are all the things and how are you being held back from amassing the wealth that we all have the capacity to do. And again, wealth is friends, family, monetary stuff, life experiences. So listen to the mental chatter. That is going to be the most important aspect. Okay? Ursine. Okay, thank you. And once we can recognize the mental chatter, then we can lean deeper into, oh, okay, now that I see it, I will give you homework along the way as we move. If anybody's on my YouTube channel, you will also recognize I give you homework a lot of times on there as well. This, like when we look at your birth data and we go, oh, okay, so I've been conditioned for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. It isn't going to take one human design reading to get you out of that. It's going to take process for you to see and recognize the mental chatter. And then you want to challenge it. You want to challenge all of that mental chatter. Okay? Because that mental chatter is what is holding you back from delivering on your strengths and then attracting the experiences and repackaging those experiences into wisdom versus holding on to them as conditioning. Okay? So I'm going to wrap up here. I totally appreciate everybody being here today. My Facebook group, I am sorry that it didn't upload for you. Thank you, Instagram, for hanging out with my green screen, and for YouTube and LinkedIn with this crazy screen that I have behind me. And you see my coffee cup as well. So that's fun. All right. Thank you again, everybody. And I hope you all have a terrific day. And join me on Wednesdays. We're going to talk about wealth. We're going to talk about business. We're going to talk about conditioning fields. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff on Wednesdays. So thank you very much for you guys being here. And I greatly appreciate it. All right. Thanks. Bye.